YouTubers, my name is Flippy1005, and I'm bringing you another My First, and I just want to say that it's going to be my first date, and you guys may be asking, hey Flippy, where is My First Kiss Part 2? Turns out that the girl it's about found out about it because her little brother subbed to me, and he said, hey, this is about you, and then she listened to it, and shit went down, so to say. So, yeah. If you message me, I'll message you back. Anyway, unimportant. This episode is going to be called My First Date. Now, my first actual date was, last year. And, gotta stop saying, I need to catch myself. I went to the movies with my friend, and I brought this one girl that I liked. I've been hitting on her for like a year, and he brought his girlfriend, and I thought, man, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna put the moves on her. Yeah, gonna eat some popcorn. We're gonna see some cheesy movie. We actually went and saw Twilight, so God, I fucking hate that movie. Anyway, so I get picked up by her mom, which is horrifying because it's just 5 minutes of awkwardness and silence of sitting in the back of her mom's van, just waiting and waiting. And then we arrive in the movie theater, then we all jump out, we're like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. And then we buy movie tickets, and I try to be a gentleman and buy her ticket, but she said no, she bought it herself after much fighting with her, which didn't help me in the long run. I then bought the biggest bucket of popcorn and 2 family-size licorices. Well, Twizzlers, not licorice. I live in the 1800s. I call them licorice. Yeah, so I bought that. And I bought a large Sprite, which, this is important, that's why I'm telling you, didn't help me later on. So, get into Twilight, and the girls are like, well, we'll be back, we gotta go to the bathroom, and they go, and I don't know what women do in there. They talk to each other about this. They have everything planned out. They are like Nostradamus. They can predict the future. They just plan everything that's gonna happen. I don't know how women do it. They just do. Trust me. They can predict the future. And they go and they predict the future together in the bathroom. And I'm with my buddy, and we like fist bump. We're like, yeah, we're gonna make out. We're gonna touch her butt. Yeah. Actual words that we said. And then we fist bump, and we're like, yeah, woo. And then we see him coming. We're gonna just shut up and eat our popcorn. And like, hey, you see the sports game last night? Yeah, it was awesome. But secretly, we knew. And then we made up code names for stuff. I don't want to go into that portion. So the movie starts. Well, before the movie starts. So I hit it off really good, and we're talking, and she's laughing, and then I ask her out, and she says yes. I'm like, oh, what? And then her friend leans over, and this is how I understood how they can predict the future. She goes, yeah, I kind of told her that, I sound like, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I told her that you would ask her out, so she really does like you. I'm like, yeah, she likes me. Hip thrust, hip thrust, hip thrust. And then I just start downing my Sprite. I start eating all my popcorn. I share it with her because I'm a gentleman. I just down 1 pack and a half. And then we start cuddling. And I'm like, yeah, and we hold hands. And I'm like, this is fantastic. And then the movie starts. And the movie was okay. Being honest, it is really bad, but it's okay because I was with a woman and we were getting rather intimate. Giggity giggity. And so all of a sudden there's this huge rumble in my stomach. It was just sound like Reapers from Mass Effect. And for those who don't play Mass Effect, it's dubstep. It's like she's like, what is it? And I'm like, oh fuck. When my stomach does that, it's like butthole cannon. It's like and shit just flings out, and like I can't talk to anyone. It's just a bad time. Fuck, yeah. I'm playing with Skyland Figure while recording this, just to let you guys know if you hear this and hear a little tapping in the background. I'm making them fight each other. I'm so immature. Anyway, so she's like, what is that? I go, oh, it's my phone vibrating. Hold on, I have to go take this phone call. It's my mom. She goes, okay, well, hurry back. So, go to the bathroom and I unleash a literal shitstorm. I'm like screaming and crying. I'd like take off my shirt, it's so hot. I'm like, why on earth is this happening? It's like butthole fire, just, oh my god, it's on fire. Anyway, after that, I go back to her. She's like, oh, what'd your mom need? Nothing, I reply. She goes, okay, well, be quiet. This is a good part of the movie. I go, wait a minute. You've seen this movie. And this is where I just got, like, mind-fucked. She's like, yeah, I saw it with my boyfriend. I'm like, wait, I was your boyfriend. She goes, no, I have another boyfriend besides you. I'm like, that's cheating. She goes, no, it's not. I go, well, how? She's like, I'm Mormon. In my religion, we can have as many, like, if we get married, when you and I get married, Flippy, she didn't actually call me Flippy, she called me by my real name. She goes, when we get married, you can have more than one wife if you want. Wouldn't that be great? I'm like, whoa, lady, we're not going to get married. There's more beautiful women out there than you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you're cheating. Cheating is horrible. Why would you do that to someone? She goes, well, I just thought that it was kind of okay. I go, how is that okay? She goes, my religion. Like, do you honestly like me, or do you just doing this because of her religion? She goes, well, I do like you. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So then the movie stops, and we go home. We go back in the car. We all go to her house, and there's a tramp, and we go in the backyard. Her parents are home. And there's a trampoline. I'm like, yeah! 12-year-old powers activate! Yeah! This was last year. Do math. You'll figure out how old I am. Anyway, I'm like, fuck yeah! Trampoline! I, like, jump out of the way and just start jumping on the trampoline. She's like, ooh, you're athletic. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of hot. May as well take my shirt off. And I did the really, like, kinkiest shirt takeoff ever because I wanted to impress her with my stripping skills. So then we like lay down and we start cuddling on the trampoline and we're holding hands like, oh my god, this is going somewhere, I can't think. And then like I don't know what would have happened. This probably would have ruined my life if she would have pulled away, but I like go to kiss her and then we awkwardly kiss for like start awkwardly making out, both inexperienced. And then all of a sudden I hear her back door open, and I open my eyes, and I see her dad standing there. And her dad has a baseball bat. I'm like, fuck, I'm dead. Oh, God. Leave everything for my stuffed teddy bear. Oh, God. And then she goes, girl? I'm not going to say her name. I'll just say girl. Girl, what are you doing with that boy? And I go, fuck. And he starts stammering towards me really fast with this bat of his. It's wooden. And I'm like, oh god. He goes, Dad, it's not what it looks like. He goes, I know what this is. And he goes out and he reaches out his hand and I smack it and I like Usain Bolt world record sprint out of there, jump the fence and start running. And then I get a phone call from her, and she's like, why did you do that? You're so embarrassing. That was my dad. He was going to go to his baseball game, and he just wanted to shake hands. I'm like, fuck. I am, like, 9 blocks away, because I just Usain Bolted out of there, and you're telling me that that's all he wanted. I don't know. He seemed pretty angry. She goes, well, duh. He saw us making out. What do you think? I'm like, are you even allowed to have a boyfriend? She's like, no. I'm like... And then I flipped angrily. I was like, la, la, la. And then she started crying, and she's like, but I'm done. I'm going to go to my other boyfriend. I'm like, have fun with your other boyfriend, you whore. And she's like, oh, you called me a whore. Ah! And then she flipped out again, and I was like, you know what? I can't take this. I'm going home. And then I walked 3.5 miles to my house. And then that night, instead of freaking spending time with my ex-girlfriend or trying to say I'm sorry, you know what I did? Watched all 3 Lord of the Ringses. Hell yeah. Who doesn't love Lord of the Rings after some weird-ass stuff? Blah, blah. Sorry, I just burped. I just had a Chipotle. Anyway, so the moral of the story is, I'm not done with it, I just want to say this, is that don't let a woman who has more than one boyfriend let you become one of her more than one boyfriends, because bad stuff will just happen. So anyway, go to school the next day, because this was all on a Sunday, and her boyfriend is standing right there, and he's like, "What'd you call my girlfriend? I heard all the stuff you did. You even slapped Gregory's hand." Gregory's the name of her dad. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I'm screwed. Leave all my stuff to the teddy bear." And I'm like, "Look," and I tried to explain what happened. He goes, "No, I don't believe you, you lying sack of shit." And I'm like, "Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, no, don't do this to me." And I didn't even know it hit me. Just like, and he was in 8th grade, too. So it's just like huge, heavy metal fist just punching me in the face. And I'm like, "Ah!" And I fall to the ground. And then he just starts beating me mercilessly. And he's like, "Don't ever touch my girl." Yeah. From that moment on, I never spoke to her. I never even look at her. So the moral of the story is, guys, do not... Yeah, just listen to my moral, and I hope that your guys' first date, or your will-be first date, is definitely a lot better than mine. I have a new suggestion for a series before I end this video, and it would be that I'm going to start this thing called... I don't even know what I'm just going to call it. I'm just going to call it Flippy's PhD in Psychology, and you guys email me problems, and I answer them anonymously for the best of my abilities. Anyway, I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully I made you guys smile. This is Flippy105, and I'm out. Later, guys.